Recently, you celebrated 25 years as a manager. How would you sum it up?
A long 25 years at times, but mostly enjoyable, and I'm very privileged to have worked at some very good clubs with some very good people. So it's has its challenges along the way, without a doubt, and the ups and downs that you have in that period are out of proportion with everyday life. But I think you learn to deal with them over a period of time.
If I can pinpoint a few things from those 25 years, what's been the highlight if I had to press you for one?
I hope that's still to come with Mansfield. But I would say I think keeping Burton in the Championship. First of all, getting them there, but then actually staying in when we had, all the odds were stacked against us, and we stayed in for one season. That was, I think, a major highlight, because we didn't have a cat and hell's chance at the start of the season.
And again, narrowing it down to one, your biggest challenge?
I know the biggest disappointment was the year after being relegated, when we were safe with 4 minutes to go at Preston. We just needed Forest to get a draw at Bolton. We were 1-0 up at the time, and they managed to concede 2 in 4 minutes, which relegated us. That was the biggest disappointment. The biggest challenge was probably going in at Derby and inheriting what we inherited, and again keeping them in the Championship that season. Extremely proud of that.
Times have changed, as they always do. Society changes. Have you had to adapt in any sense over those 25 years?
Yeah, I think you have to, with the character of the players that you deal with. We talk about the principles and the standards; they don't change. You still have to try and achieve and maintain those. But how you go about it has probably changed a little bit.
In what regard?
Well, if there's one phrase that we hear about players in the summer when we're recruiting, we talk to agents, and we talk to other people who, managers, coaches who work with players. The one phrase that comes to mind is, yeah, he's absolutely great, this and that, but needs an arm around him. And I would say that probably sums up the modern footballer more than anything. I think there's less confrontation and more sort of arm round, not mollycoddling or something, but more an encouragement, because I'm not sure they can deal with direct criticism at times.
Is that as a result of perhaps society changing?
Yeah, I think so. I think each generation or each whatever, it'll become a little bit less or a little bit less resilient in certain ways. So you have to find ways around that to get this. The aim's still the same, to get 16 people or 18 people to run through a brick wall for you. But it's just changed a little bit how you go about that.
And you're still at a good age. You might have a good couple of decades in this.
That's very kind of you, Steve. Very kind of you. A couple of decades. I hope my wife's not watching.
Well, you look at Roy Hodgson and Neil Warnock, and, if you get to that sort of age, you've got 20 years or so.
Exactly. I did mention that to her when Roy came back in and whenever, and said, look how, well Roy's doing at his age. And I think the reply came, you'll be on your own if you're still doing it at 76.
You're not expected to go on that long?
No, I don't think so. Just try and hang on as long as we can. Very happy here where we're managing at the moment, certainly. And I think that helps as well when you're in a good environment, good people that you're working for and working with. All that helps.
Thank you.